2026 is going to be the year that I do the things that have been on my vision board and in my mind for years. Basically finding the magic in every day and really utilizing that like creative, beach inspired, healthy vibe. But me as a perfectionist, I usually put things off. I'm like, it could be better. So why don't I just wait until I find a better option or I find a better time? And I have come to a point in my life where I'm like, no more of that. We need to put things in action because otherwise, honestly, it will never happen. And one of the things for me that is really important is that my environment really influences me a lot on a day-to-day basis. That's just who I am as a character. So I know that if I focus on my home office, all of those things, I will just feel a lot better. Plus, I'm a homebody. I spend a lot of time at home. Why not make it feel really nice? I don't have a really big budget for it, but I'm just determined to make it as good as possible. So this video is going to be a lot of beach home decor, kind of updating spaces, organizing stuff. And of course, it wouldn't be me if I didn't include making a really healthy, yummy breakfast at home. That is personally what I love to do, and I have been really craving making myself a papaya smoothie bowl, so we're also going to do that. I'm really excited to get started, and I'm going to implement as many tips and tricks so that you can kind of elevate your home space too, or kind of feel like you're into that action mode in 2026 instead of pushing it out further or feeling like you don't have the money or the time. I just want to give as many tips as possible so that you can also feel like 2026 is finally going to be your year. Start off with the biggest tip, I feel like, is just to start. I know it sounds so silly and you've probably heard it before, but for me personally, as a perfectionist, and in general, I feel like with a lot of people, as long as you don't start, the task almost feels insurmountable. You have all these unpredictable variables. As long as you don't start it, you can keep putting off the entire thing. Well, if you just start with whatever budget, time, or energy you have, it will be way easier to pick it up. And a lot of times, even if you've started for just 15 minutes, you realize, oh, it is really not that bad as I imagined in my head. So for me, this means that I am going to spend probably like half an hour to an hour setting up our new dresser. I know I won't be able to finish it, but we haven't had a dresser in our bedroom for 1.5 years. So today is going to be the day that I start having a dresser. I'm going to put this together. I think we ordered it from Wayfair and it was under $200. Scoured the internet to find the best elevated option that still had good reviews. So let's see how this pans out. It is the next day and now it's time to take care of my other home, aka my body. I'm going for a run and I haven't done that in quite a while. I don't know if it was overtraining, if it was misalignment of my body, or the wrong pair of shoes, but at the end of 2025 I trained and I ran half marathon, not in a race or anything. I just went by myself. But my TFL, so the tendon that runs all the way from your hip to your knee, got pretty inflamed, and I'm really excited to get back into it. And I know my shoes from Hoka arrived yesterday. They have this really cool program, if you don't know about it, that if you purchase the shoes directly from their website, or I think like certain retailers, if you're not happy with them, even if you've worn them, you can still return them, I think, for up to a year. You can exchange it for a pair of different shoes. That's what I did. So let's see how that goes today. I'm gonna really warm up my glutes and make sure everything is activated and then test the new shoes out. my electrolyte drink right now. The run went good and also not the best it could be. I didn't have knee pain on both sides, just one side, so that is improvement, but I do really feel like for me to progress and get back into the longer distances, I think I really want to see like a sports medicine physician. I also have gotten a little too good at delaying gratification and treating myself to things after I have showed up for something that was challenging for me. So this is usually not something I do every single time, but I am about to order some new bikinis. I definitely can't do that every single time when I've gotten on a run, but I really need some new bikinis. I have about 2 that fit me really nicely right now, and about a year ago, I lost quite a bit of weight, and the bikinis are just too loose or not flattering, and I saw some really cute styles, so I'm about to go do that now. Fingers crossed that they still have my sizes. I always go for Kalani bikinis. I feel like the investment is really worth the quality that you get, and the fabric is just so soft, really flattering. They stay up pretty well like when you want to be active. So anyway, that's what I'm about to do right now. So come with me to see which bikinis I end up picking out. I was the most excited for this print, but unfortunately they don't have these bottoms anymore in my size. So I did the whole notified me thing. I really hope it comes back in stock because I am gonna order this top. But I also have this kind of shimmery but like a deeper emerald color. That took me way longer than it should have. I don't know if it's just me, but when it comes to shopping or buying anything new, I really overthink and I go back and forth like, oh, but maybe this size is better. Over the weekend, I was able to get some more stuff for the house, organization-wise and everything. I tried not to splurge too much and really focus on the things that were really on the high priority list and would really make a big effect in terms of where I want to focus on right now. That's another tip. If you get really overwhelmed with trying to Pinterestify your entire house, I highly suggest starting with one room or a certain floor or a corner, because if you're like me and you really are perfectionistic and like seeing progress, it can really feel like nothing is happening because you're adding little things here and there throughout the house instead of feeling like you're going all in on one project or one like room. And then you're like, oh wow, okay, I am starting to notice change, because for me that feels really rewarding. Put the effort in and then actually see the results. So for us, the focus has lately been like our bedroom, the bathroom, and the closet soon. I went to Home Goods and where else? The thrift shop, obviously. So I'm really excited to show you guys what I got. So let's tackle this together. I'm really happy you're here with me because personally, I need a little bit of extra motivation today. Feels really overwhelming. I'm really happy with the stuff that I got, but now I actually have to put it into practice and start organizing the new dresser, all the nightstands, the kitchen drawers. I'm like, oh, those are tasks I'm not looking forward to doing, but I know in the end, once everything is in place, it's really functional and I can enjoy it. So let's do this together. All the stuff is right here, and I just realized I forgot the most important thing. I made myself an iced coffee and I need to sip that before I start anything. Let's start with the most fun thing first. I found this really cute duvet comforter set. I feel like it was really cute because it was neutral, but it still had some texture, and I really noticed that on my Pinterest boards, things I like are more neutral colored, but there is like slight light blues and greens and all of that, and there's more texture. So I also got this one. This is just the cover on top of it. It's kind of like the European way, or at least I grew up with always having a really boring, like regular filling duvet thing, and then you put the sheets on top. And then I moved to the US, and I found out that a lot of you, or at least what I'm noticing, is you buy the duvet with the print and you just put the whole thing in there. So that was something I needed to get adjusted to. It's kind of like an off-white, very natural, a little bit of that crinkly material. This little lamp was so cute. I don't want to break things here. Okay. I'm gonna hold this for now on. I don't know where I'm gonna place it yet, because at first I thought, oh yeah, I didn't show you guys yet. The dresser, Eric surprised me. I was gone getting all this stuff. I came back and he had put the whole thing together. So initially I had thought, oh, once it's put together, I'm gonna put this on top. But there's too little space with the TV and everything. Anyway, I really loved her. This is some more boring stuff. They're just baskets to organize because we have 2 closet downstairs that kind of turned into the whole like Monica closet. Your house looks clean and organized, but then you have these like closets that are just, you open them and you're like, what is this? You just have stuffed things over top of each other. It's piled up and I am so done with it. Staying with the whole organizational theme, I also got these wooden utensil things for a kitchen drawer. I ordered something similar for our nightstands. I know usually the whole like bamboo wooden things are a little bit more expensive than getting the plastic organizers, but I feel like they just last longer. They look a lot more chic. I think this thing is like the second favorite item of this whole haul. I just love the ocean colors. I love that there's a little bit of texture and a pattern, and as you know, I'm a plant lover, so I can't wait to sell this. And then also got this candle. I really love the wooden effect and it just smelled really good. I will be one of those girls that will smell like 10 candles or more in the store until I find the one that I love the smell of and I think the container looks pretty. I didn't have a trash can yet for my office, so I picked up this one. I love that little bit pattern here. Oh, and one more thing, I went to Dick's for Eric because he needed some workout clothes and I found the cutest headband that is really soft. This is she. I mean, you can even, I feel like you can tell how soft it is. I absolutely loved it. So those were the things I got, but now it's time to work and actually start organizing. So let's do it together. Oh wait, there were two more things that I already put away. This is one. It's a really nice big woven basket and I kind of got a matching toilet paper holder. I know it sounds super boring, but I do feel like it hides the toilet paper really well. So that's this one. Without further ado, and now let's organize all the drawers. Now I want to put all our towels in here so it's just way more easily accessible in the bathroom and it just adds a little bit to the closet that we have in there. Want to figure out whether to put this little thing over here or on that side. I also still have to shorten the curtain, but I'm not gonna think about that right now. I've decided to put it here. And now I will show you guys the difference what a rug will do. This is not new. I've had this one for a couple months from Amazon, but it's insane how that pop of color will transform this whole space and make it a little bit more warmer. I actually think it does look really good here. It's just that our TV in general, I want it mounted. I don't like the way it looks right now. And that way too, I feel like if we put it on like a nice YouTube thing like this and put it higher on the wall, it feels more like artwork instead of this ugly black TV. All right, so that was super frustrating. I just spent about 15 minutes trying to fit in all different combinations together of the boxes and it is just not working out. They always make it look so perfect online with all these people who are organizing all these things, but this is really bothering me. And I could, you know, fill it up, I guess like this. Ugh, but I don't know if this is good enough to my satisfaction. Anyways, I am now going to go down to the kitchen and keep your fingers crossed that this whole situation will work better downstairs. It's the next morning and I am really hungry. I'm really excited to make the papaya bowl. Already did my walk. I talked to my mom. I also already did some work, uploaded some things in my drive, emails, a little bit of the boring stuff, but I really need a coffee right now, so I'm really excited to have that. I don't know if I'm gonna do maple or honey today. I will tell you, if you always would drink your coffee unsweetened and then you once try like the salted honey or the salted maple, you will never get off of that. I have been so addicted to it. It's just such a simple addition, but I really feel like it made such a big difference. So let's go and make it. to enjoy my breakfast while I watch YouTube or scroll on Pinterest. It's my favorite way to treat myself after I've done my morning routine with like my meditation, my yoga, my workout and everything. I got some more work done and I just realized that I bought flowers 2 or 3 days ago and they're still sitting in the one vase I just put them in right when I got back from the grocery store. And I don't know what this is, but I do this so often. I get so excited to buy new flowers and make the bouquets, and then I usually get home in the evening when I just have bought them and I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow, and then I don't do it, and then they just sit there. I can't enjoy them as much because obviously the whole reason of getting flowers is to enjoy them throughout the house and admire them, and not that they're just standing in this dark little corner. So I am going to finally do that, not put it off. Enjoy putting it all over my house. I just feel like the little pops of color just remind me of summer, and I think there was like a study done lately that they literally showed that aesthetic things can actually improve your health, because they've shown that, I think it was like lowering people's stress markers or just like the small joys really help. So once again, if there's any more excuses in which I can, how do you say that? I'm trying to find the English word. Defend my aesthetic life choices, I'm all for that.